What's the forecast now?
I know Jazz fans may hate me on this one, but they'll be 5th or worst. And the reason why I'm saying this is that every team above them has 2 superstars or more. Who's going to be that second superstar to go along with Donovan Mitchell is a big-time question for Quinn Snyder.
Across the timeline comes James. Down 3. To Danny Green. They'll get it down to Davis. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Down low for Gobert. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Anthony Davis. 2 for 2. That's what you want. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
LBJ has it to Bradley. Knocked loose. Jazz have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Mitchell, great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nothing going here on that drive. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Mitchell. Well defended. Davis to Bradley. Here comes the screen. Bradley to James. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Goes to the right side. Bradley. And the rebound comes to Conley. Conley into the front court. Down a point. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Conley into the front court. They trail by 1. Joe Ingles to Conley. Lakers have it. James to Bradley. Los Angeles. Anthony Davis lets it go. Anthony Davis. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
To Joe Ingles. Going to launch beyond the arc. Ingles taking the momentum of the 2018 playoffs into that 3.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Conley. Not that time. Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. 14-10 the score. Mitchell. And McGee there for the rebound. James to Davis. has a chance. Anthony Davis. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
The versatility of Anthony Davis makes him one of the most special players in the league today. He can score on you with his back to the basket, but if you also leave him open on the perimeter, he's going to knock that down with ease.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Conley in a matchup with Quinn Cook. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Shot from the lane won't go. Conley into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Here comes the screen. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Conley. Can't go down. Smothering defense. It's Cook with the basketball. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Nothing going here on that drive. James to Davis. That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. Jazz have the ball.
And look out. I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Has a look. And scores. Desperation shot here from half court. We're through one from Staples Center with the Lakers on top. Jay and I return to the City of Angels after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Your side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
To Bradley. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Old school equals high percentage.
Conley into the front court. Trailing by 10. To Howard. Trying to cash in with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke, the AC in the first round NBA playoffs.
Howard. to shoot. Has a chance.
Good job, boy. Good job.
Won't go.
Show me something better than that, baby. Game time.
Conley, defended by Howard. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Bradley to Howard. Caldwell Pope to Howard. From the painted area, won't go down. The follow won't go either. Utah ball. Conley. Dante Exum up against the 8-time All-Star. Here's a chance from long range. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Here's LeBron for two. LeBron James. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
5 to shoot for Utah. Mitchell. Oh, it took a while, Jay, but he hits his first 3 of the game here tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't really get one to...
Davis. Anthony Davis. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
That's out. Last touch by Avery Bradley. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Rudy Gobert returns last year. The Jazz go on their run. Jay, how reliant is Utah on the Frenchman?
I would say pretty heavily, considering he's the reigning NBA Defensive Player of the Year. This team has to win it on the defensive end. That is the mentality of the Utah Jazz.
Here's Davis. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. LeBron with it up top. It's an 8-point lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Looking to make something happen. And count the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
LBJ with it. To Davis. Bradley. Here comes the screen. To Howard. Flushes it home.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Mitchell with the basketball. Down 11. To Joe Ingles. Nothing going here on that drive. Count the bucket for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
James into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Danny Green. Conley. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Bradley to James. LeBron James. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Mitchell guarded by Howard. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. He'll let one fly from half court. First half in the books. So far, it's been all Lakers.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lakers didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. The Jazz did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Utah Jazz,
Game track. Field goals.
the Los Angeles Lakers certainly deserve credit for their effective shooting, and that advantage is because of their defense. They've been great on both sides of the ball, but yes, their scoring has been tremendous.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jay, Magic and
If LeBron James wins one championship in LA, that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
It's James controlling the offense. LeBron James. He's now 5 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Conley. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Mitchell with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. To Conley. Joe Ingles. Trying to cash in. Mitchell's shot comes up empty. And a putback slam.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Has a chance. The shot by Conley, no good. LeBron into the front court. The lead is 15. And counted at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Mitchell with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Conley. And the Lakers have the rebound. Bradley to James. Defense making the ball handler work. Missed a wide open look. Conley into the front court. His guys down big. Anthony Davis swats it. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Joe Ingles. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Joe Ingles. Shot by Bogdanovich off the mark. Davis to James. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Oh, he can't connect. To Joe Ingles. JaVale McGee pins it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Across the timeline comes James. His guys hold a commanding lead. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Here comes the screen. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
It's James controlling the offense. McGee powers it through.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
LeBron into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here's Exum. Down a bundle. In deep, two there, won't go. To James. Here comes the screen. And the rebound comes down to Utah. To Joe Ingles. The Jazz with 4 on the shot clock. Jumper's good.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scattering.
Changes coming from both sides right now. James to Caldwell Pope. Superman, Dwight Howard, looking good, 4 for 5.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Ingles matched up with Howard. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
To Howard. Caldwell Pope. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. James to Howard. Caldwell Pope won't go down. Whoa, what a finish. Desperation shot here from half court. Third quarter comes to an end with the Lakers It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Lakers ball to James. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
LeBron James, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. Knocks down the first. Two for two on that trip. Exum into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Doesn't get the bounce. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Utah with the possession. Probing the defense. Has a chance. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
To James. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Dante Exum, guarded by. Nothing going here on that drive. Down to 5 on the 24. 4-3. To James. Nothing going here on that drive. James works it up top. Has a look. And it's Exum who claims the rebound. Off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
To James. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses. Oh, they call goaltending. Count it. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Utah's got it. To Gobert. Joe Ingles. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Caldwell Pope to James. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 75% so far tonight. Free throw try, off the mark. To Gobert. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't get past the defender. Gets a look. Can't hit. James. To Caldwell Pope. James. Passed it off.
Stay in front of, watch the shot, watch the shot.
Hey, check up, let's go.
Dante Exum matched up with Howard. The drive, right to the basket. Joe Ingles. Dwight Howard, huge block. Shot clock violation. New blood coming in for both sides. James. He gets it.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Oh, big finish at the rim. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. All right. Mitchell, textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh.
To Davis. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Gobert. To Conley. 5 to shoot for Utah. Beyond the arc for 3. Ingles taking the momentum of the 2018 playoffs into that 3.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Bradley to James. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Mitchell gets a shot up off the mark. LeBron with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead.
Double, double, double. I got help. I got your help.
The Lakers get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Jazz.
Did not look good in this one, and neither did the score.
My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Assists.
The Utah Jazz found themselves scrambling around the floor, unsuccessfully trying to prevent the kind of passes that led to no doubt about it. LeBron James was the one making the playmaking possible, dealing out some great passes.
Player of the game.
The chosen one gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.